RITES Limited. Before I speak a few lines on the company, I'd like to introduce the people on the dais. We have Mr. Rajiv Mehrotra, who's the CMD of RITES, Mr. Ajay Gaur, who's the Director of Finance, Mr. A.P. Dwivedi, who is the Executive Director, Mr. N.V. Reddy, Joint Secretary with DIPAM, my colleague Rajat Saxena, who works at the Delhi office, and I am Venkat Raghavan from IDFC Bank. I head the Equity Capital Markets practice. RITES needs no introduction to people, especially here in Delhi, with a pedigreed history of 44 years, having started working with the Indian Railways, which incidentally is the fourth largest network in the world. RITES has grown to be the leading technical consultancy and in transportation sector and with engineering services. Along the way, they have grown beyond railways. They have started working with other areas of urban transportation and also in the areas of renewable energy. I will let the management speak to you about the company. I will just spend a few minutes on the issue at hand. The IPO is a pure secondary offering. The Government of India is selling 24 million shares, 285 rupees per equity share. There is a discount of rupees 6 per equity share for the retail and employee portion. And the dates of the IPO, you're well aware, is from the 20th to the 22nd, which is the day after till Friday. Obviously, the equity shares will be listed on the BSE and the NSE, and the bankers to the trade are Elara, IDBI, SBI Capital Markets, and ourselves, IDFC Bank. Invite Mr. Rajiv Mehrotra to say a few words. So.
Great start of this program. We'll try to keep it as crisp and as time-bound as possible. Before we go into formal presentation, a small movie, 30-second on what we are doing, and then we can follow up with.
A leading transport and infrastructure development consultant. Its expertise helps in seamless connectivity and multimodal transport solutions involving railway, waterways, ports, and ropeways. With expertise from conceptualization to commissioning in these areas, it has worked in 60 countries in Africa, Asia, Latin America, and Middle East so far. During last 41 years, RITES has handled projects of various governments, private sectors, and of multilateral funding agencies. Its services range from feasibility studies to detailed design engineering and project management, quality assurance, procurement services, modernization and upgradation of workshops, human resource development, etc. RITES provides technical and management support for railway operations to many countries and wagons to various countries and undertakes leasing of rolling stock, rehabilitation. Bangladesh. It secured the supply of 26 new broad gauge diesel locomotives and 120 broad gauge passenger coaches. For Sri Lanka Railways, it supplied DMU train sets and diesel locomotives inclusive of maintenance facility at 3 locations and training of 600 railway personnel. Myanmar. It also supplied meter gauge locomotives and AC coaches, wagons, and other equipments to Myanmar Railways. RITES' own locomotives have been operating in Mozambique on wet leasing arrangement since 2007-8. In India, the wet leasing of locos has been well received by non-railway customers. In addition, it has undertaken operation and maintenance of more than 100 locos and 1,200 wagons owned by clients. The turnkey projects in workshop upgradation, setting up and modernization have been established successfully, especially in bogie shops at Bajbaj ICF Chennai and a wagon manufacturing factory at Kulti, West Bengal. It displays its expertise in infrastructure projects like waterworks, laying of water transmission main by micro-tunneling, and construction of water treatment plant from concept to commissioning. RITES rail infrastructure connectivity projects are taken up in steel, aluminium, power, mining, and ports. The consultancy services for development of concourse logistic hub infrastructure facilities in Rajasthan and multimodal logistics park in Gujarat focus on some of our new initiatives. It has been associated with studies for dedicated freight corridors DFC of about 10,000 kilometer lengths since 2005. Based on RITES study, projects of Eastern Dedicated Freight Corridor of 1,856 kilometers from Dankuni to Ludhiana and Western Dedicated Freight Corridor from Dadri to JNPT of 1,504 kilometers is already in the stages of implementation. The detailed design and construction supervision for 11 kilometers long prestigious Pir Panjal Railway Tunnel, the longest tunnel in India, is now operational as a part of Udhampur-Srinagar-Baramulla Rail Link project. Its milestone bridge design projects are Ganga bridges at Patna and Munger, Brahmaputra Bridge at Bogibeel and Jubilee Bridge across Hooghly. Its proven designs of rolling stock support the manufacturing of over-dimensional consignment of BHEL, container and frameless tank wagons, wagons for carrying bulk food grain and liquid ammonia under pressure. In urban transport, it is associated with country's metro rail projects including Delhi, Bangalore, Ahmedabad, and Nagpur. The detailed design consultancy for 6 elevated metro stations for Metro Link Express for Gandhinagar and Ahmedabad, and feasibility study for high-speed train projects for Mumbai, Ahmedabad, and Delhi, Chandigarh, Amritsar. The highway sector shows its expertise in engineering, supervision, and institutional support services in numerous projects in India and abroad. The advisory consultancy services for Yamuna Expressway from Noida to Agra and a state-of-the-art extra-dosed cable-stayed bridge in West Bengal are worth a mention. Involved in more than 100 airport consultancy assignments in India and abroad, it has successfully completed planning, design, construction of runway, terminal building and allied works at Francistown Airport, Botswana, and the feasibility study and design for expansion of Kamembe and Gisenyi airports in Rwanda. It is engaged in Airport Authority of India's multimodal transport integrated plan for major airports in India and for setting up of greenfields airports in Singrauli and Gwalior. The integrated checkposts at Attari and Agartala bordering Pakistan and Bangladesh respectively have been successfully commissioned, enabling smooth cross-border movement of individuals, vehicles and goods under an integrated complex with airport-like facilities. RITES ports, harbours and water resources are setting up new greenfield ports involving wave simulation studies and breakwater designs through the state-of-the-art computer-aided softwares for projects in Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Odisha, West Bengal, besides works in Kenya, Myanmar, Nepal, Mauritius, Sri Lanka and Indonesia. The construction projects in education, institution, commercial, industrial, residential complex, master plans for cities, development of satellite townships, industrial parks, educational and commercial centers. Port towns are its forte in the area of urban planning. To tap business potential in green energy and economical power procurement, RITES and Indian Railways have established Railway Energy Management Company Limited, REMCL, aimed at generation of wind, solar power and energy cost optimization for the Indian Railways through direct power purchases, trading through power exchange. A 26 megawatt windmill farm in Jaisalmer, Rajasthan has been set up for the captive consumption of Indian Railways. RITES stands for Customized Training Programs in India and abroad. The strength behind this multidisciplinary organization is its unmatched.
Thank you for your kind attention.